Good morning. Welcome to Satsang. Someone asked me, what's the difference when Ramana speaks of I and the I thought? Well, first of all, I thought, it's I who can ask the question, otherwise there is no question. I will get the answer, so that's a rising thought. We can speak about it. I is an indication. It's an indication towards the source of I thought. And it was his way to show that I will never get a quality. Otherwise it becomes a I thought, the same I. I'm not a commentator of Ramana, but I guess it's not wrong to say that. So, what is often misunderstood is that what is presented as an indication, it is not that itself. It indicates to what is presented, so to a concept or an experience or a clarity one has to get, to redirect to from where it comes. So there is no possibility to express what it is. All expressions are aspects of it. So you are not disturbed by anything, that's great. So if it is not a disturbance, at least some curiosity to share what a sentence you like from a sage, from a wise man or a wise. Knowing that in the end, the silence is
Hello, Ganga.
yes, hi.
Morning. Is it true that I project everything that I see like a light?
I don't see differently because if I doesn't wake up, is there anything? When he sleeps, there is nothing. So even in case there is something, and I know that there is an explanation of Ishvara. Ishvara is the God manifested, but who is all this manifestation that is there even when if we sleep, for example. But you see, to conceive Ishvara, to be aware of the manifestation, you have to wake up, isn't it, in this very small vehicle. And yeah, it is, you can say that to be conscious of that, it's like a light, sure, it's like a light. But what you are is not even light. This is the thing. Light is already a manifestation, which implies that there is also darkness then. So, what was exactly the question?
Um, is what I see a projection? It's not out there. It's in here. What I see.
Oh, it is out there. I mean, I am out of view, huh?
In this
You know, if we compare, if we are in this world of comparisons, there is an out and an in, huh? Necessarily. And you go to the mental hospital if that is erased. So, in this manifestation, they are in and out. Sure. I and the other. But you don't say first the other and then I. It's because of I that I see the other. Yeah? You know, in this, even I would say, individual consciousness that wakes up, can dream and sleep, there are many, many levels. There are so many levels. And according to experiences, you jump from one level to another and so on, you see. And generally, if you start to jump in the spiritual level, you have more, you have another way to see things and so on. But it is still depends on someone to see all that. Yeah. That's why it is, as I said, very generally very confused to to experience or discover things which are beyond what you would say my small person for what is. But actually, your small person expanded. You know, it has these funny experiences. So you become also an expansion of, but it is still in the manifestation. So in Satsang, the pointing is really very unique. It is really not to stop at any experience. So that you give yourself the opportunity to just have a that itself which reveals itself.
Thank you.
It's really not the best explanation, but so I bring you back to what you are. I'm more sure about that. It would be interesting to see if you, for example, if you lose explanations or knowledge you have while you come to satsang, are you lost?
I don't understand.
You don't understand?
No.
Oh, I thought it was clear. If you lose, for example, any explanation or any knowledge you acquire through satsang or to reading scriptures and all that, are you at loss?
No.
That's the best answer possible.
It's good to lose all that, though, isn't it?
Yeah, sure, it's easy to say.
I just thought about what you just asked, this question.
Yeah, yeah.
And it was interesting for me because I really saw that the idea of, let's say, forgetting
Yeah.
everything that I've heard in satsang,
Mm.
I would, but wouldn't I have to repeat all this journey in my life to again be at, I
Not
don't
at
know.
all. Not at all. You are free. You are finally free from your mind, from the reality, the tyranny of your mind. You know, the tyranny of the mind expresses itself like that we cannot live without catching something. Let
Yeah.
it be an unknown or let it be the known. This is it. This is so. I would say the moment of liberation from the idea we have of oneself is when we don't hook at all that. When one doesn't hook at any ignorance or knowledge. Yeah. So that's how then what remains? What remains? And there itself, suddenly it can be obvious that what you search was always here. It's just because we are fascinated by the mind, actually. Mind, senses, and experiences. It's really that. So it's not to be discovered as something new. It is really just to spot where you are fascinated. And answers is a big fascination too. Huh? So take the answers as indication. Indication. Hmm. all, all what is objectified is the mind. Everything, there is no exceptions. So of course in a life it would be a phenomena not to catch anything, because the life itself is catching. But it can happen through the indication. Look, there is not only this kind of apparent reality, there is an essence. But that essence, the mind doesn't reach there, cannot reach there. So don't try to reach there with the mind. That's what we do for years, we try to. But once this becomes very clear, you just sit and that's it, you know. If one observes, we have to say, generally we sit with intention, with tension or with intention. I want to rest, I want to attain this, I want to be freed from so many things. It's more simple than that. Just sit.
It's strange because one of the sentences that I have had for myself, it's from you, but I have really, I'm often reminded, like, don't look at anything, like, don't look at the rising. And somehow now I just got the thought that what I'm doing is that I'm taking knowledge and I'm applying it in an understanding, or I don't know, like it's like I don't know if I didn't see that before. Maybe I did, or maybe I didn't. But
that's great to see. That's what I say. Just sit. When I say sit, it can be any position, but you know, but there is no doubt that if the mind is still strong in you, you create your own path, you investigate, a few sentences help you as a reference to remind you and all that. It looks like we all pass through that, sure. But at some point, because what for is it? It's at least one day, just now, it's very clear what's going on. It's very clear. So, and it will always be just now, suddenly, unexpectedly, because it's not the result of any knowledge in the end. So, Why not just now? It is. It. You see, what you search is here. As much here than here. Yeah. And I am as helpless as you are to try to nobody will be able of I am not able to say more, anything more, because then of course then it falls into indications or knowledge or something like that. So there is a moment where all this can disappear, all these movements, and the life continues. Just the essence, which is here. Suddenly, in no moment, becomes obvious, and that's enough. You see, because you saw that your real your real foundation is not in this, even though in life you live in the apparent world which is created, played on it. And that's how the search and the seeker disappear. Huh? To have seen, or it's not seen, to have allowed that moment. And here, of course, nothing ever happened, you see, in the sense of, because all what the seeker or the someone lived and all that, it's played upon. But this sentence is, of course, not applied to the phenomena. Sure. There is no before and no after, because that is in the life of a seeker eventually, but it's doesn't that before and after doesn't describe that. It describes the life, the story. What has been seen is completely not concerned or not graspable by the mind. It's like you have a quiet moment. Generally, we will say, "Oh, I'm quiet now." When it's clear where it is experienced, you will also, in speaking, say, "I'm quiet now," but you will not confuse a state of quietness for what you are. You know, it's an expression in what is seen. It's very interesting. You see, even that no effort, because no effort is associated with I will not grasp, or I don't, or I see what's going on, and so on. But you see, that, for example, when you do that only, when you don't grasp, when you just give up, you go to sleep. It's only that, like that you can sleep. And sleep is an aspect of it, but it's not it. So here you really have to see, my God, there is really not to do. It's more dramatic than I thought. I cannot even do anything, even giving up. So it's okay. It's extraordinary, in fact, this example of sleep. So all that you grasp in the waking state or you don't grasp in the sleep is sustained by what is, by the essence. Seen or not seen. It's like that. It's like that.
Yeah, I sometimes have this experience of waking up while I'm still sleeping, so I cannot move. And I had this many years, and it doesn't happen every night, but actually in the time where I'm in Satsang, I experience it different because I don't. It gives it super fear, like it's very scary. You think, oh, I'm losing my mind, I'm going crazy, something is wrong. And I actually recently it happened where I had this I mean, I know it's an experience and it's about layers in the mind, so I didn't wake up taking it for anything more real than whatever, but that was thanks to Satsang, I believe, because I had this feeling of being in a present, like kind of a waking, like I'm aware who I am, I know my name, I know everything, and then it went away and came back like kind of but it went on for a while and it was very strange. Like I was a bit curious what is that state, because it's I don't know if it's just like it's a sleep.
But you see yourself, you're still an observer.
Yeah.
You're an observer.
Yeah. And even if I don't know, but then the minute I know, I have no idea where I was, but now I'm thinking about it. So it's
yeah. So there is an observer too much. This is it, huh? Yeah. You cannot bring anything with you here, not even the observer. But that's why you see, in time, it cannot be a state. It will never be a state. So it's just now. It's a moment where you have enough, or something you express in different ways, but it has to be just now. It will be only just now. Speaking in terms of time. So if your mind gets clear now, if you have even experiences, but you know whatever experience it is experience still. And if you know more that you are an observer, enough now. Enough to think it will be one of those things. That's what Papaji was mentioning by keep quiet now, keep quiet. Not to be in a state of quietness, but keep quiet. You don't need now knowledge, no knowledge, whatever judgment or observer or witness. It's enough now. Now you keep quiet. You cannot go farther than this with the mind, maybe, you know? So just be wise now and keep quiet.
Hi, Ganga. I want to check in with you with something.
Sorry?
I want to check in with you.
Of course.
Yes. Because I was noticing.
No, you speak.
Okay. There's a fear of being. I feel the more I am in the silence, let's say, sometimes what comes very strongly is a fear of being alone, completely alone and disconnected from the world. I don't know if it's a fear of disappearing, of going mad, of like losing everything. But I notice that sometimes, I don't know if it's just to see it as a state.
Listen, it's just a thought,
Yeah.
a passing thought. Now, if you believe in it, you feed it, and it brings all what you said. So a passing thought, let it pass, so don't feed it. Maybe you see, maybe you can even react as fear. Let it pass. Let it pass. It is absolutely no meaning. It is just your manifestation which doesn't like yet to hear that it is not so real as it thinks. Because all the image of to be alone and all that, it's just an imagination. It is not real. It's the conclusions that the mind makes. How does he know anything? He knows nothing. Okay. Yeah. Here you have to show your determination, you see, your discrimination. I don't go there. This time I don't go there. You need that, no? It's not for nothing we speak of tyranny of the mind, you see. This is a tyranny of the mind. All what we believe in is a tyranny of the mind. All. And the same mind can present itself in the same way. But the tyranny is left, disappeared. Tyranny means the belief it's real, there is only that. That disappears. But the mind expresses itself the same way, or the way with the time, with maturity or not, whatever, but it appears in the same way. It's amazing also to see. You see, if you trust the mind, how can you trust the mind? It's changing all the time. I and qualities change according to ages and experiences and all that. And still, I know it's me. I don't confuse my I with something else. And but the quality changes all the time. So what is this I? This I naked, this I, that's why I come back to Ramana then, this I without quality, there is no problem with I. It's what I am. It's the confusion with the quality which creates a problem where there is no problem. That's why this experience of the disappearance of the I actually is the disappearance of the quality of I, of the qualities of I, suddenly, which could then makes a self-revelation or something like that. And I would say that the realization of the self cannot be known, or there is no particular expression of it which is more real. What it does, it looks like to me, it adds an experience, silence, real peace and all that, knowing that it is still an experience of it. But that you can have experiences of peace, of silence, of deep joy, deep love, whatever, that's added in your life. They appear at times. Otherwise, what you are is just here, and all expression is it in time. Oh, it is said from the beginning, the mind cannot go there. So how one can imagine, mind is what? The life, the personal life. How one can imagine that suddenly my life will express more that than those who are not realized. It is said, the mind don't go there. The time cannot contain. The time cannot contain it. It disappears there. So what is this absurd concept? To be in a permanent state in this life, which shows I am realized. What a concept! Who invents that? The mind. Must be the mind. So nothing to say anymore? Hmm? which is wonderful. But
Can you hear me?
ah,
Yes.
no.
Um, with the I, it seems like I'm always stuck with I. But is that just something like, oh, just don't go there also?
I is alone.
It's like,
You know,
I,
whatever comes,
yeah.
you can make. You see, the thing is, you can stay. I mean, if you speak, you have to speak. So there is a word which comes. Okay, I.
Mm.
Now you can keep quiet there, or you can add some question or some conviction on some quality and all that. Then starts a search or whatever things starts. Um, so your question is you observe that I is always there. And then what was what is the problem?
Yeah, I guess maybe there was a thought that the I would disappear, maybe. I don't know.
The-
And there would be no I even.
Yeah, but you see, it's the imagination
Mm.
of death or disappearance
Mm.
and all that. What does it mean? Everybody will express differently. Not, it's not like a law. uh, When you are getting freed from your mind, your I disappears. No,
Mm.
no, no. There are some witnessing like this. Some they just speak totally differently. You may speak this way if you like. I is always here. Then keep quiet. What could it be which is always here? What could it be which is always here? That's what I am. The thing is that one searches to fulfill a concept taken for real. That's a problem. Otherwise.
Hello.
Hi.
I just want to say thank you.
Ah, thank
And
you.
it was such a precious time for me here, to be here.
Yeah, and
And
to be here is wherever you are.
please?
To be here is wherever you are.
No, it's really. Yeah. Yesterday, in the night, we talked about my addiction to alcohol and cigarettes and so on. And yeah, it's about the addicted
Who cares?
identity.
Nisargadatta, he died smoking a bidi. Papaji loved pan. He was disturbing our ecstasy, asking for pan. Who cares? You see how you are. you are in the gratefulness of what? You cannot even say what, and then you come with an addiction.
Oh,
cares?
so
You're addicted. Oh well.
yeah,
I love chocolate.
yeah. Okay, I love
And some say, oh, I'm not addicted, I just drink water. They are addicted to water.
yeah.
Oh,
But you know, I love smoking cigarettes, and I love drinking wine. But it was a time in my life. It was really too much.
yeah, and now it's not.
So
It's less now. You are more happy now, or you were more happy then?
no,
Remember Nisargadatta. Parabrahman,
yeah,
Parabrahman.
this is what, yeah, this is what I said yesterday. He was an explosive person, very explosive, and
Yeah, it's
just
good.
always.
It's life.
Uh,
It's okay. Think whatever you like. I never saw you laughing. It's so nice.
what to do? Uh, but what kind of chocolate do you like the most?
As my friends. It's okay. I'm less addicted with age. But it's not a sign of anything. You know, wherever there is a discussion of opinion, even if the opinion looks better for a way of life or whatever, it's just opinions, isn't it? So you take the responsibility of your own opinions. Okay, you smoke too much, maybe you will live 2 years less or whatever, or maybe not even. Then what? You know it. You want to stop because you want to live 2 years more? Stop. You feel it's not possible? Smoke. I mean, you know, it has nothing to do with your essence. It is to do with sense, not essence.
Yeah, but if I
Maybe it's part of your addiction to continue and continue.
there is a but. Yeah, if I given this addiction, for example, to smoke, this is it. Yeah, I fall in old patterns, which
But dear,
which
listen to me now. You were grateful to me, what for?
uh, yeah,
Because what I understood from the gratefulness brought me where the senses are not there. And now you are full in your senses. How come?
No.
I cannot solve those things.
No. I can clearly
Clearly see.
watch what I can. Yeah, maybe I just want to make you laugh. Um, the last time I was here, sorry, I really after I've been in satsang, I fell in a deep silence, and
It has to be just now too.
huh?
It has to be just now also.
Yes.
Okay, big silence.
It is.
Deep silence. And the silence is not even deep, it's just silence.
Yeah, but
Silence! Thank you very much.